I returned from my sabbatical.
Guess who's back?
Back again.
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Remembrancers Library podcast. As always, I'm Vincent.
Oh, and I'm Ethan. I'm back, baby.
He's back. He's back in the house.
I have returned. I have graduated from college, technically.
Yippee.
I am recovering from my mouth having teeth removed from it. No more wisdom teeth. And yeah, no, I'm back, and
you graduated and lost your wisdom?
I'm graduated and lost my wisdom. Yeah. You can tell from the fact I said I'm graduated and I'm lost wisdom.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I'm back, and I'm hopefully going to be back for a little while now. I'm not planning on leaving again unless something bad happens. But yeah, no.
And we don't want that to happen.
No. But yeah, I'm back.
He's back.
Yeah.
He's back and coming in blind for the last episode of talking about the Eldar.
Yeah.
So Ethan knows nothing of the last episodes that I've just done. And
I know nothing about filthy Xeno scum.
He knows nothing about what I'm going to be talking about in this episode.
No.
So it's going to be great.
It's going to be great. I can't wait to ask so many questions.
Yes.
Yay.
Yay.
I'm back.
He's back.
Yay.
So we'll get the house cleaning out of the way.
Yeah.
If you're on the YouTube, thank you so much for being here. Feel free to drop a like if you like the video. Share a comment if you have anything to share in the comments.
Yeah. Oh, and at the top of this as well, apologies to our Spotify listeners. We had a little bit of a snafu, and the episodes weren't uploading for a while there. It should be fixed by the time this episode comes out, but yeah, sorry about that. You should have a whole bunch of episodes. I think like 2 episodes coming out at the same time because they were just messing up. But yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so get cozy and get your listening ears on and enjoy.
Yeah. We talk about murder, mutilation, and general debauchery.
Yes.
The Drukhari.
Yes. Yeah, specifically content warning on this one. Again, probably not as bad as
the Night Lords.
The Night Lords one.
The Emperor's Children.
Yeah. Well, maybe closer to Emperor's Children. These are the guys that fell to chaos, or to Slaanesh and debauchery and being generally terrible beings. Yeah. They're not humans, but terrible people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just hop right into the video then.
Yeah.
Let's begin. So, the Drukhari. This is the army that I play. Well, the army that I have.
Yes.
Half painted and sitting in a box somewhere. So, last week we talked about how the Craft World Eldar were able to escape by running away.
Yes.
These guys took the meerkat approach to things, and they were hidden in the Webway.
Yeah.
Because as they were like in the height of the Eldari Empire, and they were using the Webway for their travel, they created spaceports in the Webway.
Yeah.
And some of those developed more, some of those didn't really go very far.
Yeah.
But that is where the city of Commorragh was formed and founded.
Commorragh?
Commorragh? Is that how it's actually said?
Yeah.
Commorragh? Okay, cool. That's what happens when I only read things and I don't listen to the words. There was something that I said in the last episode I'm sure I did not say correctly, but it's
anything to do with the Eldar, and it's like I might as well just be reading a foreign language.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of. So, yeah, Commorragh was founded, and it was tucked well away into the way back of the Webway.
Yeah.
So it became like a cesspool almost immediately.
Oh.
So because there was a large population of Eldari there, they were unharmed when Slaanesh was born, and it sent out that shockwave
because the Webway
isn't.
It protects from anything negative to do with the warp, right?
Kind of, but not really.
Oh, okay.
I
love the warp.
Yeah, the warp can corrupt the Webway, but the Webway isn't in the warp or real space.
Oh yes,
it's in that overlaying.
It's in that space between real space and between the materium and in the immaterium is that little space.
It's
that's where the Webway
in-betweenerium.
In-betweenerium. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So,
or we could say, the shift space between
the shift space.
The shift space. It's where it shifts from the immaterium into the immaterium.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the middle.
Or we could just call it the Webway.
Just call it the Webway because that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of the Webway was damaged. That's my note that says there that I forgot that I wrote. It was a lot of it damaged.
Yeah.
But Commorragh was unharmed.
Okay. Now, was it damaged due to that release of energy from Slaanesh's birth?
Yes.
Okay, so it wasn't like
the battle between Slaanesh and the Eldar gods.
Oh, yes. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because they fought it out in the warp, so that probably bled.
Because did a lot of those gods live in the Webway, or were they just kind of existing?
One of them does still live in the Webway, allegedly. Cegorach. The Harlequin god.
The Harlequin god, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Loki.
Basically,
yeah,
Loki.
basically
He's
Loki.
Basically Loki.
Yeah.
Mischief and performance and mischief.
Yeah, because he's the guy that is...
He's the trickster.
He's the trickster. He's the guy that's constantly going into, like, Slaanesh's realm.
Yeah.
Messing stuff up and then just leaving again, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
yes.
I know that guy.
Yes.
I know that guy. He's cool. He's chill.
So he's chilling in the Webway.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the rest of the gods were in the warp.
Okay. Because that was just how it works, right?
That's just how that works. Because whether or not the gods existed I had a whole mental breakdown over this.
Yeah.
Whether the gods created the Eldari or the Eldari manifested the gods.
I have the answer for this one.
You have a solid
a solid answer for this one. The Eldari created the gods because the Eldari were created by the Old Ones.
Yes.
They were created to fight in the war against the Necrons and everything like that. So the Eldari did make the...
Okay.
Well, it might be one of those things where it's like they might have been warp entities that, just kind of attached themselves to the Eldari, or they might have been created. They fit the bill.
So the gods weren't they weren't being like, yes, I'm your god because you say I'm your god. They were created to be what they are. So they're not being deceptive or anything.
Exactly. Or it might just be, like I said, it might be just a thing of like they fit the bill easy.
Yeah.
Because if we look a little bit ahead, creating a god is kind of a little bit destructive.
A god of depravity,
yeah.
But like a god of good things probably wouldn't have been that terrible.
It doesn't matter, they're all dead now anyway.
Except for, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them, we had that whole discussion.
Lorgar killed one, remember?
Which one did Lorgar kill?
He killed the avatar of Khaine.
Oh, that's not the god. That's just an avatar.
Yeah.
There's many avatars of Khaine.
So,
okay.
So what? I don't get it.
Khaine.
Finally, something I don't know about with Warhammer.
So I'll explain it then.
Okay.
So Khaine was defeated, but he wasn't killed.
Okay.
And he shattered himself into... I can't remember if there was a specific word of what he was shattered into, but his soul was shattered, and bits of his soul went into all of the infinity circuits in all of the craft worlds.
Okay.
So then, on each individual craft world, the Farseers can do sacrifice. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And that's usually a lot of their promising young warriors.
Yeah.
They'll sacrifice a bunch of them to Khaine, and then Khaine's avatar will come forth, possess a body, and then fight for them.
Oh.
So avatars of Khaine are not actually Khaine.
Okay.
They're fragments of him.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. So he's not technically dead, but he was defeated. So him and the trickster god, and then allegedly rumored Isha is their mother god, their Hera, essentially.
Okay.
It's not confirmed whether or not she's still alive, but if she is, Nurgle captured her because she's also the goddess of healing and shit. She can't fall... poison won't kill her.
Yeah.
So Nurgle uses her as a test subject for all of his things. But she secretly whispers information back into the real space to her children so that maybe one day they'll be able to defeat Nurgle. Allegedly.
Okay.
So...
You see why I play Space Marines?
Yeah.
You see why I only play Death Guard? Because they're the least complicated of all of them.
Yeah.
Right next to Khorne. It's like you want to play a simple chaos-based army.
Yeah.
Death Guard or World Eaters.
Yeah.
It's super simple.
Yeah.
You kill a bunch or you make people sick. This is why I don't like the Eldar.
There's so much though. This is going to be great. But
what do you mean they have their own gods?
They have their entire own pantheon. I did like a 20-minute rant on the pantheon.
Oh.
Ethan hasn't listened to those videos, and I don't think he will.
I will. I have to.
Or I can just go over my notes with you again.
And we'll probably do that.
Yeah, we'll do something.
Well, we'll do a recap episode at some point in the future.
Yeah, and I'll probably have a follow-up supplementary on the Craft World Eldar, because when I got into the Drukhari, I was like, oh, I could have done a whole lot more on the other guys.
Dude, I'm gonna make you sit there, and I'm gonna make you weep by how much I'm gonna talk about the Blood Angels.
Okay, cool.
A couple of episodes from now.
I'm gonna make you weep in about 20 minutes.
Oh God.
Okay, so back on track.
Back on track. Now we're done talking about gods.
Well, no.
Oh.
Now we're going to talk about Slaanesh.
Oh.
So
that one I get.
We'll talk about the one that matters.
Okay, yeah.
And then we'll talk about the rest of them in a minute.
Okay.
Yep, because it's all intertwined. It's all intertwined. I've got a red string on the board for these guys.
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, they were initially unscathed, safe tucked away in Commorragh.
Yep.
I'm going to continue to second guess myself every time I say that. So they kept living on. And as I explained in one of the last videos, the Eldari were essentially immortal.
Yes.
And when they died, their souls went back to the warp, and then they were like reincarnated. Basically.
Okay.
So
but now
that doesn't happen anymore. Yeah. When they die, their souls go to Slaanesh.
Which is why they have the Wraith Bones, right?
That's the Craft World Eldar.
Okay. What do the Eldar have?
They little bit more exposition first.
Oh yeah.
So they start dying because they have little care for their lives.
Yeah.
And they start realizing that their souls are going to Slaanesh. But they also realize that in every waking moment, their souls are being drained.
Okay.
By Slaanesh as well.
So Slaanesh is consuming their souls
while they're still alive as well.
But basically, so she's basically just being like, well, they're basically just being like, I'm slowly going to drain you until you die, and then that way I can have your full soul.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She's taking
She's pre-gaming a person's body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're pre-gaming, whatever they are.
Yeah. All of the pronouns.
Yeah. He, they, them. He, them. He, they, she.
He, she, they.
He, she, they. That's it. He, she, they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways. So, yeah, but the Drukhari, these guys have fallen to being the worst of the worst, and they continue on doing the terrible things that they do, and they find that as they are torturing and murdering and pillaging, that the amount of terror and torment that they cause rejuvenates their souls.
Okay.
So I wasn't able to fully figure out whether it's the fact that them causing torment pleases Slaanesh, so she doesn't take as much of their soul, or if they're drinking the soul essence of other beings.
Oh, if it's anything like the other Chaos Gods, they're probably being granted a kind of boon.
Okay.
Because if we look at Khorne and everything like that, the whole thing of Khorne is it does not care from where the blood flows, only that it flows kind of thing. So it's take Khan, for example. They had to intervene with him and stop him from doing what he was doing because he was pleasing Khorne so much that he almost tore another hole in the galaxy to the warp.
Right.
So it's most probably that Slaanesh is excluding them from having their souls drained
because they're causing more
more torment and excess to be released into the thing, which easily could be turned around and make it so it's not killing, murdering, pillaging, and all that sort of stuff. And other forms of excess, like the Emperor's Children do,
yes,
with drugs and copious amounts of alcohol, mixed with spinal fluid and blood. But
the Drukhari do that as well.
Oh,
anything they do, the Drukhari do better.
No.
So, wrong. With the discovery that they could prolong their lives by continuing to be
awful people,
raiding parties and slave hunts got ever popular. So they would go out into real space and terrorize anything that they found, whether that be Imperium, whether that be other Xenos, whether that be sometimes craft-ruled Eldar.
So nobody was immune from...
No.
Okay.
And they could terrorize some of the craft world, but then come back and help them later on. They don't really have morals. They don't really care.
Dude, yeah, I love the Alpha Legion.
It is, but maybe it isn't.
Yeah.
But also very much is.
Dude, the Drukhari and the Alpha Legion must be like 8.
That would make a lot of sense.
It would make a lot of sense, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so
I digress, I do.
Because they're anti-chaos.
Yeah, they're anti-chaos. That's one thing you know.
There are Drukhari who are anti-chaos.
Really?
I'll get on that in a minute. Those notes are at the end of the episode notes.
Oh, that's great.
3 pages after.
Explain all of this to me, get me right into like knowing it, and then just immediately confuse me at the end.
Yep, you're welcome.
Yeah, you knew I was coming back to this one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of figured. So anyways, as all of this terribleness is going, and the city is kind of like, they know that they're cut off from everyone now, and then they're starting to become self-governing. There used to be nobility from the original homeworlds that ruled Commorragh, but there was a former slave who was like, I'm not gonna stand for this, and he rose to power similarly to how Kurz did. Of like, he was just ruthless and killed anyone that stood in his way.
Okay.
And his name was Asdrubael Vect. He is the current leader of Commorragh still. And what was my other thing that I had about him? Oh, he was the first to give these elves the name of the Dark Eldar.
Yeah.
He was the first person to start calling them that.
Okay.
In the Eldar language, which I didn't write down what that is. I tried to find it because I had seen it, and then I couldn't find the word again.
Could it possibly, and this is just, could it be Drukhari?
Jesus Christ. No, because there's
or the Drukhari something else.
The Drukhari, they are the Dark Eldar, but it's the difference of what they call themselves and what they tell other people they're called. So this is from the first episode that I did. I don't remember.
Like,
there's Ethan's having a mental breakdown.
Dude, the Alpha Legion isn't even this complicated. Like, I'm gonna have an easier time with the like logistics of Robute Gilliman's Excel file that I'm gonna have listening to this. Like,
hold on, I'm looking, man. I'm trying to make this as simple as I can.
What do you mean?
I don't know, because the craft world Eldari...
So there's this guy called the Emperor.
Yeah, so we'll just start at the beginning.
Yeah.
The reason... Do you know why they're called the Eldar and not the Eldari anymore? So the craft world Eldar made that decision. They thought they realized that they were a lesser version of the race that they had once been, so they shortened the name.
Because they're not the Eldari anymore, they are now the Eldar.
Yes, but they want to... Most of them want to become the Eldari again. They want to come back to their...
I'm assuming that's just like it's just because it's a language inflection kind of thing, where it's like the Eldari means like, something like the Risen Ones or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, the High Elves.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, I don't know where my notes on that were, but
it's like
I digress.
Like Skyrim, like the Heimer and the Felmer and the Dwemer and stuff like that, where it's like a part of. Like, it's because it's Drukhari and the Eldari. It's like that part at the end means that they are the elf people kind of thing. Okay.
Exactly.
Now I get it. Now I'm starting to figure it out.
Yeah. So Asdrubael Vect is rising to power. He's ruthless and terrible and all that jazz.
Yeah.
And the Dark Eldar history from the moment of the fall until current Warhammer 41st
25 to 42.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Whenever the Eye of Terror
25 is when Slaanesh is born, and that's when it, destroys the Imperium. Well, destroys, humanity's empire.
Yes.
And then 25 to 41 is the rebuilding of everything.
Yes.
25 to 30...
The end of the Age of Strife.
Exactly. 25 to 31 is the Horus era, and then everything after that is modern-day Warhammer.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So the Eldari have always been about cyclical, like, time happening in cycles.
Yeah.
So the Dark Eldar history is in 4 parts currently.
Okay.
There's the Age of Dark Genesis, which is from the time of Slaanesh's birth to Vect rising. It's his rise to power. There's the Age of Pain, which is where Vect secures and strengthens his power, and the Cabals form.
Okay. The Cabals, those are like the individual...
Those are like the legions.
The legions, yeah.
Which I have a whole... That's the top half of this page.
Okay.
The Age of Plenty. This is the late 41st millennium. Raids are increasing by a lot. I can't read my own handwriting. Lots of wars are going... they're... Right, so the raids are increasing on top of all of the current wars amongst humanity.
Yeah.
So once a war has broken out, the Drukhari will come in like scavengers and sort of pick off
what's left.
Exactly.
Okay.
Taking from that terror that's already there as well. And then there's a little bit of instability starting in Commorragh at this point in time as the Ynnari are starting to pop up. And the Ynnari are a death cult. I went in detail in one of the last episodes, but basically the Ynnari believe or have been told by their god, whichever way it is, that the god that they worship is Ynnead. Now, they don't continue to worship, like as a whole, they don't continue to worship the gods because they're dead. But Ynnead was never born. He is they were aware of him, but he hadn't been born yet. He's their god of death and the god of dead spirits. So their whole bit is that if enough Eldar die and go to him, he will manifest and be able to kill Slaanesh. So there's this death cult now that's like, yeah, we gotta all worship Ynnead and then die. But there's different factions of that where some of them think, yeah, all of the Eldar need to die, and some of them that are like, okay, only some Eldar need to die.
So it's basically genocide as opposed to
self-imposed genocide.
Oh, sick. Cool.
Yeah. So they're starting up.
And I'm sure that the Imperium is doing nothing in the way of stopping that from happening by the amount of Eldar that they're knocking off as well.
Probably not, no.
Oh, Jesus.
But this would be a good thing, because if Ynnead does manifest, they kill Slaanesh, and then the Drukhari can go back to being Eldari. Maybe.
Okay.
So Ynnead existing would be a quote-unquote good thing, because it would kill Slaanesh. Slaanesh would exist no more.
Okay. Oh, I see what you mean. So with Ynnead's birth would kill Slaanesh.
He would be born and he would be strong enough to kill Slaanesh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So and then it would create a warp war.
Yeah.
Sick.
Battle, not a war.
Fair.
They think he's this strong.
Hey, Warhammer, 12th edition.
It's Battlehammer now.
I got an idea for you.
Yeah, so then that's the third age, and the current age is the Age of the Living Muse. This started with the Age of Plenty. There started being the attacks on Khaine's gates, and I believe that was the Kraken, the Hive Fleet Kraken. I meant to come back to that note, and then I totally forgot. Khaine's Gate, the Age of the Living Muse, starts as Khaine's Gate is opened.
Okay.
And that... I did read on that. I forgot to write any of that down, so I will come back to that in a later episode.
Okie dokie.
But more raids are going out into the Imperium. Vect kind of puts some cards down in a way that kind of starts a civil war in Commorragh, because he's trying to get the Ynnari to not be doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
That actually causes an uptick in
Eldar death.
The Ynnari.
Yeah.
And then Vect is assassinated.
Oh.
He's murked. He's gone.
Oh. Who did it?
Great question. I was trying not to get too lost in the little... Because I've got so many more notes, so I was trying not to get lost in it, but...
It was Alfarius.
No, it was the other one.
Omegon?
Sure. Wait, let me see. Asdrubael, rise to power, Stunction. Oh, he feigned death.
Oh.
He died and then he was brought back, and now he's a living Dark Muse.
Sick.
So he's back, and the only threat to him now is the leader of the Ynnari, Yvraine.
Okay. Yvraine, that's a familiar name.
She's the leader of the death cult.
Hang on.
Okay,
Don't
hold
pause
on.
the episode.
Okay.
Well, keep it going. Is Yvraine the one that brought Gilliman back to life?
Ooh, maybe. I don't know. Rise of the Primarch. Yvraine was part of the Eldar expedition that met the Imperial survivors of the 13th Black Crusade, guiding them to Ultramar. Yvraine worked closely with Belisarius Krall to resurrect Roboute Guilliman.
I knew it was familiar because Yvraine's the one that everyone's like, oh, it's his wife, and it's just because they had a nice conversation.
Yeah, no. So she's in charge of the death cult.
Yeah. Now you showed the picture now. I'm like, oh yeah, it's the one that brought Roboute back to life.
Daughter of Shades, High Priestess of the Whispering God, Emissary of Ynnead.
Side piece of Roboute.
Yeah, and this is her list of occupations. It's a lot of occupations.
Formerly Blood Bride, formerly Path of the Wished, formerly a warlock, finally an aspect warrior.
Yeah.
Oh, she's formerly a dancer. Good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Path of the Performer. I talked about Path's last episode.
So she's the high priestess of the Ynnead. Do we love a woman in STEM?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes, brain stems, because she be snapping them.
Yes.
So, yeah, so that's the Dark Eldar history. Yeah, like I said earlier, there was nobility until Vect killed most of them.
Okay.
Now, I mentioned that the Cabals formed in the Second Age, the Age of Pain.
Yeah.
Any of the nobility that managed to survive kind of then formed into Cabals, and they all hate Vect because he usurped them.
Yeah.
So, what is a Cabal?
Please, tell me.
They're like the legions. Majority of a Cabal is just like foot soldiers.
Yeah.
They are self-governed, and their chain of command is pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
Any backtalk is, you're not listening to your superior, so you're dead now. So at the very top of a Cabal, there's the Overlord.
Yeah.
Who is usually an Archon who founded that Cabal.
Yeah.
An Archon is the most powerful of the soldiers, basically. Under that is a hierarch, which is just a second in command to the Archon. There's the Court of the Drakon, which is just the secondary to the hierarchs.
Yeah.
There are trueborns, then Sybarites, then warriors, and then they'll also hire out mercenaries occasionally. Okay. That includes incubi, scourges, and mandrakes.
Okay.
Which I have notes on further down.
Yeah.
Or no, I only have notes on the mandrakes. Incubi are and like I said before, gender isn't really, they don't really care about gender.
Yeah. On the Slaaneshi side of things, gender is just, it's literally just a concept. It's a concept that Slaaneshi demons and Slaanesh themselves does not understand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But succubi are mostly women, and male Eldar will often become female to be succubi, or the other way around, females will become males to be incubi.
Incubi, okay.
But they don't have to. It's all, if they want to, it's all fun and games.
It's basically what path calls to them the best.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's, it's a fun time.
Life imitates art.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm not going to say it, but we know.
Scourges, there's too many vowels in there. I believe, no, there's harpies. No, those are the scourges.
Harpies are the ones that fly, right?
Yeah, I have models of them. I think the difference is that one of them has feathered wings and one of them has like bat wings.
Bat wings, okay. And I'm going to take a swing in the dark, this is all model stuff now, where it's like each one is basically like, because it has bat wings, it has further distance speed.
Basically.
That makes sense.
And they were probably bioengineered differently, blah, 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 blah. But these are, in a Cabal unit on tabletop, these are not every single one of these you have to have a unit for, but you do decide an Overlord and an Archon and Sybarites do different things than the mercenaries. Yeah. Anyways.
It's like with a Marine army, it's like okay, you get one captain.
Yeah.
You get like 2 apothecaries if you're running the right thing. And then everything below that is like, it's up to you what you throw into it kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
level artillery kind of directly into your brainstem.
It didn't. No, yeah, there is an equivalent for the Drukhari. I didn't look at that as much, but that would be created by the Homunculi. I do have units of what these guys are.
Yeah.
But the Craft World Eldari, I went into a whole thing about how the one Craft World is basically entirely populated by the elf version of Dreadnoughts.
Really?
Where when the...
Sounds sick. I know exactly what you're talking about.
The Wraithbone constructs.
The Wraithbone constructs, yes.
And those are piloted by a Soulstone, which houses this. But all the craft worlds are also built out of Wraithbone.
Yeah,
everything's built out of Wraithbone.
Yeah, because the only reason I know about Soulstone constructs is because of the Horus Heresy. Because Fulgrim loses his mind, rips one out, and then crushes one in his fist. Yeah.
So that sends that soul directly to Slaanesh.
Yeah. Yep. Now I'm starting to remember.
Yes,
stuff.
You know some things.
I know a couple of things about the Eldar.
Yeah.
This is why I'm an Imperium player. The closest thing I'll get is like orcs and Necrons.
Yeah.
In terms of things, I do Leagues of Votan, the Eldar, the Drukhari. What's the other one?
The Nids?
The Nids. Just too confusing.
I feel like the Nids are pretty straightforward.
They are, but it's also like it's very much the numbers game of it. It's like, okay, so I'm going to need 100 Nids.
Oh, for playing tabletop.
It's like I'm going to need like 50 Nids, and that equals like 6 Space Marines. Like, come on.
Yes, it's numbers overpowered.
It's the same thing with the Necrons and the Orc, where it's like
many of them.
The numbers are so low, but it's basically because it's you're unit chucking at the other army.
Exactly.
Yeah. But the Drukhari are absolutely not like that. But that's what confuses the hell out of me too. Is it's like so specific, different things. It's like, oh my god.
When they go on raiding parties, the Cabals will split into smaller groups called the Shards.
Yeah.
And then Shards will form into splinters. So you've got really small, so you can have a lot smaller groups, and that is a mechanic on tabletop as well. I don't remember much about it, but you can...
I'm going to put this into Marine things.
Yeah.
Legion.
Yeah.
Chapter.
Yeah.
Subchapter.
Yes.
Got it. Perfect.
Yes, pretty much. And I can't remember... I think the Shards can be anywhere between like... a Shard is led by an Archon.
Yeah.
And then they can have like 3 to 12 units.
Okay. So if you're playing a Shard on the tabletop, it would basically be like you have your Drukhari, but then you have your army, like you have your Cabal, and then your Shard is basically like specialized units in a different thing. So you're playing a different.
It depends on how many Archons you have. Yeah. Each Archon gets his own Shard.
Okay, so that's the thing, is that it's like it's a different rule set that you can play for just these select couple of models, kind of thing.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes
that makes sense. It makes sense.
And each Cabal has their own different ruling and color scheme and stuff, but I'll get into that when we talk about the specific Cabals, because I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Because there's just so much.
You're getting so punished when it's my turn.
I'm getting into this. Hey, this is punishment for the first 30 episodes.
Okay. Could have stopped at any time. You just said, I want to do some Drukhari stuff.
It was your idea.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyways,
you can speak up.
Yeah. Let me. I'm talking.
Yeah.
It's my turn. Okay, so the other thing with the Cabals, and technically all of the smaller groups, they've still found a way to cheat death. All of the Dark Eldar have found a way to cheat death.
Okay.
And that is with the Homunculi. But they have to get back very, very quickly.
Yeah.
I think it's like within 24 hours or something like that, that a mangled Drukhari can be given to a Homunculi and they can be brought back to life.
Okay.
Provided that their soul is also brought back. Plus a large amount of slaves, which is the currency in Commorragh. Slaves are currency.
Slaves, teeth,
Yeah, whatever it is. But
information if you're certain sections of the Necrons.
Yep. But yeah, there are a lot of different Cabals. That'll need to be its whole own thing. But the most well-known and the when you're going to be playing tabletop, the standard one is the Cabal of the Black Heart, and that is Asdrubael Vect's personal Cabal. He is the Overlord.
Do they make models of that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That is your base model.
Yeah. Oh, so
that's the base model.
Like Ultramarines for...
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Cabal of the Black Heart is like the Ultramarines.
Got you. So in other words, overdone, overused, and at the mercy of every other Cabal that is liked by people?
Probably.
Yeah.
But you can also create your own Cabal.
Yeah.
And you can mix and match powers and stuff.
Oh,
that's what I'm doing. I'm creating my own Cabal.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanted a particular color scheme. But you can also do a color scheme and play as you can just
So they have preset ones, but then you can make your own. That's kind of cool.
Yep. Yeah. So the homunculi, they form their own groups as well. They form covens. So the homunculi are kind of the admech of the Eldar.
Yeah.
They are, pardon my French, but batshit insane, crazy surgeon dudes that are also throw a little bit of alchemy in there.
Those are the guys that have all like the bottles and stuff hanging off them, right? Yeah.
And they're often like floating,
Yeah.
supported by either like Doc-Ock type arms, or they've got like long tails that they like whatever, because they don't want to sully themselves with having to touch the ground.
Kind of hoity-toity.
They often will have gaggles of acolytes hanging on every word.
Really?
These guys are sick and so more self-important. Like, they think that they're gods.
Really?
They all have god complexes.
It really does sound like the AdMech.
Yeah. But
except instead of serving a god that doesn't exist, they're serving themselves. Yeah.
Yes, they are self-serving gods.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Can't wait for an AdMech commenter to be like, I'm so real.
But yeah, they are usually heavily self-modified. They'll move their organs to wherever they like. Sometimes they'll put their heart and their lungs like on their back.
Oh.
Yeah. But, the god complexes are kind of deserved because they can resurrect any dead Drukhari.
How?
Great question. Science and torture and science.
Okay.
Yep, that's why they need so many slaves.
Is it like, so if they're torturing the slaves, is it like a trade thing where it's like they give these souls and then they get the one back kind of thing?
They just want more souls or they want more slaves to experiment on. But they also have to take a portion of that, like the Drukhari that they're resurrecting, they have to take a portion of their soul as payment. It's not known what they do with that, but they do something. These guys are sick and twisted freaks. But yeah, their whole thing is that causing pain is a prestigious art. Like, these guys are hoity-toity like that.
It sounds a lot like the Emperor's Children, and that's not me just trying to like make a comparison. But... They really just sound like the Emperor's Children.
Yeah. So
does fabulous bile doing with these guys every now and then?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, they form into covens based on like shared ideologies.
Yeah.
The main coven is called the Prophets of Flesh. And then there are, aside from their covens, there are specialties.
Yeah.
There are Nemesine homunculi. Their whole deal is just killing everything. They think that, like, true whatever will come through the death of everything. Some of them even specialize in killing non-physical things like hope and joy.
Dude, what?
Yep.
Why, like, I would have, oh my god, like, I would have put restrictions on this if I knew this is what you would do. What the? Oh my god.
There's naturists who believe that they will achieve godhood by letting themselves go to pure evil. There are the Phoenix, but spelled with an E instead of an X. These guys are basically Ynnari. They're naturists to an insane degree. And then there's the apparitions, which I thought was kind of interesting. They build labyrinths out of mirrors, specifically because they find joy in torturing people who are vain. So they'll let them go into the mirror maze and then torment them until they die.
Dude, someone at Games Workshop needs a therapy.
There's one particular guy who's like the guy for writing Drukhari books.
Really?
Which I think I wrote his name down somewhere. I'm going to find some of those books.
Is this like a Miyazaki thing where like the guy
more Junji Ito?
Oh, that's it. That's what I was thinking of. Where he's like he makes super happy stuff, but he makes super depressing stuff. Yeah, but he's like super happy in real life.
Yes, that's Junji Ito. Miyazaki is super depressed but makes happy stuff.
Yes,
they're each other's opposites. Yeah.
Where he's like I just love life. Everything's good, and it's like, anyways, how am I going to torture these people in this book that I'm writing now?
Exactly.
Lord.
So next we've got the witch cults.
How could it get any worse? Like,
just okay. So these are led by the succubi.
Oh no.
Most of them have been former slaves.
Oh, that's good.
You'd think, because they start as slaves, they enter the gladiator arena, and they have to fight their way up.
That's not bad. That's good. It's okay. Like they fight, We love women in the workplace, they working up through stuff. Like,
they are masters of creating absurd amounts of palpable torment through the brutality of their fights.
Oh,
enough so that the entire audience will leave satiated.
What do you mean satiated?
Like the feeding on souls, feeding on pain and torment.
Yeah.
The audience will leave satiated.
Who's the audience? Is this Drukhari? Or
yeah.
Is this what?
Yeah, Drukhari show up and watch this.
Why?
This is their fun.
No.
This is their fun.
It's not fun.
Yeah. The most popular of the witch cults, the basic one is the Cult of Strife, but there are quite a lot more. Yeah. And these guys, there are tabletop models for them as well.
Oh my god!
And then we have mercenaries.
Oh, how did I'm please? There's got to be this has got to be easy. This has got to be good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the incubi, which I mentioned before, the heavy air quotations, the boy fighters.
Yeah.
They fight under an archon, or they are hired out as bodyguards.
Mm-hmm.
They're not members of a particular cabal, but they have their own shrines and whatnot to their own stuff. If there's a lot of aspirants will show up and be like, yeah, I wanna be an incubi, and they worship Khaine, or not worship Khaine, but they're on the path of Khaine, and the initiation and the going through the training, nuts, terrible, brutal. If an aspirant fails, they are burnt as a sacrifice to Khaine. Whether they're dead or alive, doesn't matter. Only if they fail.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
Then we have the Lamians.
Okay.
These are courtesans.
Yeah, Lamian medium. Yeah.
They are fairly I just wrote down Lilith. I don't remember what I was going to say about that, but there are one of the gods is Liliath.
Yeah.
So they're very sensuous. They're very well dressed, and they don't have scars because they are whatever. Beauty is their thing.
Yeah.
They're masters of poison.
Oh.
They will infiltrate and do poisonings.
That's okay. I'm liking these mercenaries better than the other ones. It's not. It's nice.
Yeah.
But poison. It's not a good way to go. But at least it's not being turned into a couch.
It's an art.
It's an art. It's not.
Yeah. There's the Slith. These are the snake people. Oh. These aren't Eldar, but they work with the Eldar because they have also fallen to excess.
Okay.
And Slaanesh. So they're they've got snake bodies and 2 sets of arms. They're very, very smart, and they're
snake bodies and 2 sets of arms.
Yeah.
Sounds a lot like the Lier.
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe. I didn't go into that connection. But
no. I'm just saying it sounds like a lot like the Lier, because that's why Fulgrim looks the way he does, is because because of the Lier. So that's interesting.
Yes, I do have models of these guys, and doing this research actually now makes it make sense.
Yeah. Because
I tried figuring out with just the codex, and I couldn't figure out why do I have snake people in my elf army? But now it makes sense. And then the last of the mercenaries are the mandrakes.
Like the root?
Sure. So they're from a sort of separate overlapping shadow dimension that exists over top of the Webway. They are feral.
Yeah.
Often cannibalistic. And just they're just wild. They are
Crazy.
It was crazy once. But yeah, their whole thing is camouflage and shadow. They do kind of they are kind of plant-like.
Yeah.
Some models go they're if we're imagining, for anybody that's seen the movie Moana, imagining the lava monster.
Yeah.
Angry Tafiti.
Yes.
Where it's kind of all warped and whatnot, and that's kind of roots, and then there's the green or the blue kind of coming out from the cracks in the model.
Yeah.
So their whole thing is camouflage and coming out of the shadows. There's these guys are folklore, and there's rumors that they can just kind of pop out of your shadow and kill you because they come from through the shadow.
Okay.
It's a whole thing. So they're the rabbit attack dogs that are let loose as a last resort.
So are they just stored here, or
they live in their own dimension. They're kept much separate from the rest of the Drukhari.
Oh my. Your army's kind of intense, huh?
Yeah, sorry.
No, all good.
Okay, and then so these mercenaries also will work with I talked about last episode, there are the different kinds of outcasts from Craft World Society, the Rangers, the pirates and all that stuff. So these mercenaries will sometimes work with those guys.
Yeah.
And it's particularly the mercenaries that will sometimes target Craft Worlds, but then they'll come back and help and then work together with the Corsairs and the Harlequins if necessary, if they have the same end goal. But yeah, that's for the most part the kind of main like military groups. There are a couple of other ones, but those are the most prevalent ones. Yeah. Now, in the hierarchy of the Cabals, I mentioned trueborns.
Yeah.
So those are Dark Eldar children that are conceived and born the normal way. So Eldar gestation takes years. Many, many years.
Well, they're immortal, so they wouldn't be like a 9 months and another baby, right?
Yeah, it's like 9 years maybe.
Yeah.
And they have, I've mentioned this in the other episode too, they have like multiple organs for it, so the child will pass through multiple organs before it's born.
It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's highly advanced to human biology, so I don't know.
Is that why they're tall?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so trueborns are regular children. Generations only come out every couple of 100 years because it takes so long for gestation and whatnot. And having a child in Commorragh is no easy feat.
Yeah.
It's a cesspool. It's the worst place.
Yeah.
So
I can only assume how vulnerable a child, someone that, it does not know about, death, going immediately into that and being like, oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. So being able to have a child in Commorragh is a very like, oh my God, it's a child.
It's more of a thing of like, oh God, we've just had a child. How are we gonna, keep this thing alive for the next?
So usually only the people higher up in the power chain have children.
Oh.
So these guys have sort of the trueborns are kind of like, yeah, we're better than you. And who are they better than? The halfborns.
Oh, well.
So the city isn't going to stay populated if they're only having a few children once every couple 100 years. So the homunculi have breeding chambers where they'll artificially make babies.
Okay.
And then these babies they're test tube babies, and they've got like it's walls, so they put the babies in their little test tubes of amniotic fluid on the wall.
Okay.
And then they use their
weird magic.
They don't use magic. None of the Drukhari use magic. That's my next note. So they use their science, and they hit quick defrost. So they have enough population to sustain.
Oh, so they super grow children.
Yeah, like Attack of the Clones.
Oh. That is, narratively, it's not really Drukhari-esque.
So?
Like, you'd think that they'd be like, I'm gonna, force a human to bear an Eldari child because it'll gestate faster because it's in the human body.
No, they just
test tube babies just doesn't feel very Drukhari.
Yeah, but it's the only way to keep up with the amount of Drukhari that die.
Oh, I mean, yeah. It's the best thing you've told me the entire episode.
But yeah, so the trueborns generally, like, they'll be the Archons.
Yeah.
A halfborn can work his way up, but he's not nearly going to be as respected.
Okay. So it's a race thing.
It's a class thing.
It's a class. It's a class. It's a caste system then.
Yeah.
Oh.
There is kind of a class system going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cabals kind of enforce.
They enforce a very
like the nobility. The nobility was taken down, but the Cabals kind of replaced the nobility. But they're all self-governing, so it's kind of just a mess.
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense. It feels like more of a family kind of thing.
Yeah,
which is very.
They are usually family,
which is very in tune with kind of how like a cabal would really work, where it's like a whole bunch of families that come together, and because of each family has their status and everything like that.
But family means nothing to a Drukhari.
But why?
Because if
I understand why, but why make
family means nothing to them?
Why
they don't
make
care.
It such a genetic thing and then be like it doesn't matter at all?
Yeah.
Games Workshop.
It's the Alpha Legion.
It's not the Alpha Legion. The Alpha Legion is less complicated than this. The Alpha Legion could be boiled down to is they work for the Emperor, but no one knows how they do it.
The one law of the Drukhari is eye for an eye.
Okay, well, that makes okay.
Like you mess with me, I'm gonna mess with you,
Okay.
and probably worse than you mess with me.
Yeah.
It's just back and forth.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, that's how the majority of Drukhari babies are
Through
made.
test tubes.
Through test tubes, watched over by their lovely mummy homunculi. But there's a couple of things.
What is my purpose? You go to war. Oh my god.
Mommy, what's yeah, no. Ugh.
The idea of you saying, you're like, Mommy, like they're bred to full-grown Drukhari, yeah?
Probably.
I like the idea of a full-grown Drukhari being like, Mommy, what's my purpose?
To kill,
and then immediately
and enjoy it.
Yeah. To kill and enjoy it. Let's go.
Yeah. So that's the one thing that's different about like
half-borns as opposed to full-borns.
Yeah, but also the way that the biology is kind of changed because it's not safe to have actual children, really.
Yeah.
But also being...
So is it more dangerous to, and I don't mean like environmentally wise, is it more dangerous to have a child naturally as opposed to the test tube
I don't
ones?
think so, no.
Okay.
It's more dangerous to keep the child alive.
Oh, okay.
The birth process is like they're so advanced that it's probably not much of a...
It's probably just like a baby.
Yeah. It's probably not much of a big deal, but keeping a child alive...
That's the hard part.
And they take so long to grow up.
Yeah.
So...
I'm guessing it's like the elf thing where it's like maturity for an elf is actually like 80 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the other things that are kind of different about the biology, because I did a whole bit on the biology of the Eldari at their prime, because Commorragh is in the Webway, there's no sun.
Okay.
So
very pale.
Very, very pale, and their eyes are almost totally pitch black.
Okay.
Like their pupils are so dilated that their eyes are pretty much just black.
Yeah, all pupil.
Exactly. Yeah. And then their reflexes and strength has evolved faster than the Craftworld Eldar has continued to evolve because of how life and death everything is all of the time.
I mean, it makes sense, right?
Yeah. And then, my last note is they don't use magic.
Okay.
They don't use their psychic abilities.
Why? Oh,
because then Slaanesh would be like, "There you are."
Yeah, I answered my question immediately as I thought, why not?
But this affects their technology because on the Crafts Worlds, they make their technology out of Wraithbone.
Yeah.
They grow their technology with their magic.
Yeah. It's their technology is literally
an extension of themselves.
In tuned with the magic that they use. Yes. Yeah.
But Drukhari manufacture.
Yeah.
They've gone back to factories.
Yeah.
Because back to Formula 1. So they're it's all manufactured, and Vect did have a bit of a purge of any Drukhari that were psychically gifted.
Okay.
Because he didn't trust that they wouldn't use their powers and then Slaanesh would be on them.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Yeah, there's the suspicion that using the powers would draw in demons and attention and whatnot.
Demons and gods and nasty things from
exactly. But also because they are more focused on their physical powers, they've neglected their psychic abilities.
So it's that thing of like they've been so focused on technology for the longest time that most of them don't even know how to use their psychic abilities anymore.
Well, every Eldar is born a psyker.
Yeah.
So they're definitely still there. They just don't use it, but also it's dangerous for them to use it. So it's kind of half dozen of one, six of the other.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, makes sense.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, totally makes a lot of sense. Yeah. It was a fun and happy sunshine group of people.
I'm so happy that this was the episode that I chose to come back on.
Yeah.
Something extremely complicated I have no idea about. I'm so happy about it.
Yeah, there's so many things that it would have been helpful for you to have known them.
I should have watched some episodes before I came back, but like I said, I was very busy.
But you got here and I was like, "Do you want to recap?" And you said, "No,
I'm fine."
So
there's the Emperor.
So that's the Drukhari.
Oh, well,
for the most part. There's a lot more.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll do smaller episodes.
We will. But yeah, no, like I said, I'm very happy to be back. Some life things got in the way, but I'm back, and well, it's been a hot minute since I've done it, but here we go.
Here we are.
Thank you guys for watching, and we hope you enjoyed the Drukhari this episode around.
If you did, smash that like button.
Leave a comment.
If you have any feelings to share or questions, if I missed something, if I offended anybody, I don't really care, but no, but and
if you're new, subscribe. That'd be really cool. And
we are supposed to regularly update on Tuesday, barring any unforeseen circumstances. But if you're forgetful like me, that notification bell does wonders.
Yes, but notification bell, all that sort of stuff. And once we get the Spotify stuff figured out, hop onto Spotify. It's all there. You can listen to it while you're doing stuff.
While you're painting your
minis. And while you're doing battles and getting absolutely destroyed in a tabletop game.
Yeah.
11th edition is coming out soon, so you could listen to that while you're learning about 11th edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wait, what was the thought I had? Oh, you can download it from Spotify. And also, if you have YouTube, the fancy one, then you can download.
Yeah.
But if you download them, then you can do it without internet.
Yeah. Yay! But thank you guys, and we will
see you next week.
Well, I will definitely be here this time.
Yes.
Bye.